तो नहीं आ रहा लाइव आ गए हम लोग
The way that he's managed to evolve his game and stay up to date as T20 has evolved. What have you made of that, Sonny?
I think it's been, every player learns from previous games, and that's what we've seen. And that's the reason why you become a great player, is when you learn from your previous mistakes. And great players are able to do that a lot better because they have this innate ability to analyze where they need to strengthen their game, where they need to put in a lot more effort. And we can see that. Today what happens is, you have so much of help technologically in the sense of, being able to see your replays over and over again and therefore be able to get the areas where you need to really improve.
I tell you what, all of the legends are in New York for this one. Function to look at a little marker wave for the crowd. A wonderful atmosphere here at Nassau County International Cricket Stadium, and great to see a big smile on his face. And the fans, both Pakistan and India, that should be said, appreciating the legend that is Sachin Tendulkar. Great stuff here in New York. Bob Rosen is another one that we need to talk about, though. And we're going to find out just a little bit more about him. As we said earlier, he took over the captaincy heading into this. In fact, live pictures here, we're just updating you on the umpires are coming in to have a look at the conditions. So these are the live pictures happening here in New York. Babarazam ready to head out there into the middle as well. We've got the pressure on his shoulders, but it must be said, when it comes to big occasions, he loves to step up, doesn't he, Sonny?
Definitely. As a captain as well, you lead from the front, it makes it that much easier for you to lead the team as well. Sometimes you've got to take some tricky decisions, and if you perform well as an individual, you're that much more confident taking a tricky decision. Like keeping a bowler on, the bowler has taken, say, 3 wickets, and he's got 2 overs left. Should I keep him for that extra over? Should I bowl him, keep him for the later stage of the innings? When you're batting, how to bat, all those things. He's a world-class player, make no mistake. Babar Azam is a world-class player. He's a delight to watch. He makes batting look ridiculously easy. And it's wonderful to watch him score runs. I'm only hoping he doesn't score runs today, that's all.
And the great news is live pictures just behind us. The colours are starting to come off. The umpires have been chatting to curator Damien Hoff, who has been in charge of this whole operation in New York. We weren't sure about the drainage here, but the great news is we haven't actually had a lot of rainfall, so that won't be an issue here. The covers coming off in New York. Hopefully the toss is not far away, but that man, Babar Azam, he's a superstar of international cricket. All eyes on him today when it comes to Pakistan.
As a leader, you lead your team. It is honor for me and honor for my family. So yeah, it means a lot. This is my third World Cup. So very excited.
I think he's well respected in the group. He's a good performer in his own right. It's been fun working with him. He has a real determination for the team to do well, which has shown to the team that he's got some presence there and it's not just about his own success, which is great to see.
He's very flexible. You always tell us to just follow your plan A. If it doesn't work, we can discuss and we can change the plan, and which is very good as a bowler. I think makes my job easier. He's a very humble guy. He always thinks about his batting. He loves his batting. Even in the nets, he never comes out. When we start nets and when we finishing the nets, he's still there. He's still batting.
In the nets, I'm only thinking about my batting, how to run, how to create chance, how I can pressure to bowlers. And then after nets, I'm thinking about all the things.
The best thing in him, he always try to learn, and as a leader he is learning, as a batsman he's doing so well for Pakistan and for himself, but he still
wants to learn, this is best thing.
When I'm batting, I'm thinking about only batting. I'm not setting my mind and all the things. I just try my basics and I just play my the natural cricketing shots. Sometimes I take a chance, but normally I just simple. This is my batting style. I just always play like simple game and grounding shot. Sometimes I have like big shots, but normally I like cricketing shots.
For us, it's been important to realise that this tournament doesn't rest on him. If we're going to be a champion team, and again, I say this like every team, you've got more than 2 or 3 guys that are going to win the tournament. Individuals win matches, but teams win trophies. So you can expect a lot of different contributions throughout the tournament for us to get across the line.
Funkarian, one of the superstars of international cricket, up against this new ball attack of India, and even when you get through the new ball, you've still got the likes of Jasprit Bumrah coming up, Sonny. What should his approach be today?
Well, I mean, Bumrah, without a question, is the best bowler in all 3 formats of the game, and the way he's come back after that, serious back injury, is credit to him because he was out of the game for almost a year and a half, and he's the key. If anybody's going to win the title for India, it's going to be Bumrah. Not the batters so much, it's the bowlers. And Bumrah heads the pack. And under him, the others also flower. You see Mohammad Siraj doing that much better. You see Arshdeep Singh raising the level of his bowling. So yes, Bumrah is going to be the key. He bowls well today, India will do well.
Funkarian and the strike rate, in assessing the conditions here in New York, has been very low scoring. What should the approach be through the power play for Funkarian? And as I just say that, the toss time, just getting confirmation that the toss is going to now be at 10:30. The start of play is going to be 11 a.m. local. So the toss at 10:30, start play 11 a.m. local, so not far away, which is great news. So what should that approach be here?
I think on this sort of pitch, under these conditions, overcast condition, I saw the pitch early on, there was a bit of moisture in there, a bit of grass and a little bit of uneven as well. You need a batter like Babar who can bat through with a proper technique, and the other batters around Babar can also rotate the strike. He would be on this pitch, wickets in hand in last 5 overs. Try to get to 140 plus. You have a good enough chance to defend it if you're batting first.
Is it a huge advantage that India has seen this pitch, seen these conditions, Sonny?
Not really. Yes, I think you have got a little feel of what the pitch is doing. But, on a pitch like this, nobody can say that, having played here is going to be a big plus. Yes, maybe a slight advantage because you know what the pitch does to an extent. But this whole square, we've seen unusual bounce. It's been very, very tough for the batters. We saw that even yesterday. South Africa struggled to get to 100. They were 12 or 15 for 4. So the new ball can do anything, and that is the reason I keep saying that, otherwise India is a better all-round team. But because of this pitch and because of the quality of the new ball attack that Pakistan have, it has evened it up.
And I think anyway, it's about time the bowlers get pitch like this. There should be a fair battle between bat and ball. And I think I love watching cricket on pitches like this, especially this format. I don't enjoy it when there are 280, 270 chases in 80 overs. This is the pitch, interesting pitch, and I think it'll be a cracker of a game.
You're ready to get out there.
Absolutely. So is Makar apparently.
I reckon you can still go okay out there in the middle. Great anticipation here, and wonderful to see the players seem to be really soaking up the atmosphere with a bit of a delayed start. Just repeating that news, the toss at 10:30 a.m. local. Start time for this huge clash, 11 a.m. local. A little earlier, Ebony Rainford Brent and former Aussie skipper Steve Smith were out there in the middle to assess the conditions.
So we're back here in New York for the big game, India taking on Pakistan. Let's take a look at the conditions of pitch today. First of all, it's pitch 2 again, so it's the same surface used yesterday. Now let's talk about the overheads first of all. Yesterday was blue sky, but today there are some clouds. There is a bit of talk of rain actually, which is a little bit nervous, but don't worry, we've got 90 minutes of extra play, so we're expecting a full game throughout the course of today. Now in terms of the weather as well, I can feel it here. There's a good gust of wind up to 23 kph, which is a bit more than yesterday. So that will come into play. We saw it all the way through the feature of the game. Now let's talk about the dimensions. The longest hit is down the ground, straight from here, hitting down is 72 metres. To my right, almost like a reverse sweep from where I'm standing, is the shortest hit, 56. We are more central here, so to my right, hitting to the offside is 66, but there is a bigger boundary on my left, 70 metres. So a long hit if you want to clear the boundary at the end. Now let me talk to a legendary cricketer himself. Let me come over to you, Steve, first of all. What do you make of the surface?
Yeah, look, I think there's quite a few cracks on the wicket, which we've seen so far coming to play, the game's being played here. So I think bowlers are going to look to target that 6 to 8 metre length, try and hit these cracks, I suppose, and get some variation out of the wicket, which we've seen a fair bit of so far in this tournament. So pretty simple plans, harden into the wicket and go from there.
Yeah, a couple of things we noticed yesterday actually. That long boundary over there, we saw big wickets of Quasson and Stubbs or Wynn. Will captains continue to use those sort of strategies?
Yeah, definitely. I think you need to be smart as a batsman. It's a good hit out there into the wind as well. So I think you'll see guys like Virat Kohli trying to knock it into this section and try and run their twos. It's quite slow, the outfield as well. So be smart the way you want to hit. If you're going to hit it up, go that way with the wind and to the shorter boundary.
And I'm going to put you on pressure, but I don't think it is pressure. What would you do if you won today, if you won the toss?
I think I'd be bowling. I think you want to know what you're chasing on this wicket. It could be challenging. It's overcast, might swing around this morning, so I dare say the one that wins the toss can be bowling.
You heard it from Steve there. For the big game today, if you win the toss, definitely bowl first.
Well, we keep saying it, build it and they will come, and having the superstars all rolled out in style here in New York City. The likes of Chris Gale, the universe boss as he likes to be known, getting signatures from everyone involved, and even Sammy Gavaskar signed the blazer of Chris Gale. It's nice to see a legend of the sport, Roger Macron as well, getting involved, really embracing the occasion.
He's a style icon. He's a proper cool guy. When you think of West Indies, when you talk about cool man, he is the guy. Love him. He's a character. Is it anyway? Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Look at this, Sonny. You get the signature of MS Dhoni. He gets the signature of you.
Listen, we openers know that footwork is important. That's what we were doing. Trying to get our footwork right again. You know, when you're playing against bowlers like him, who got pace and who get the ball to do all kinds of things, you need footwork. And of course, more than footwork, you need loads and loads of luck. And on a surface like this, yes, every ball you've got to play as a batter with a prayer on your lip.
Are you enjoying the excitement as well in New York?
It's incredible. The atmosphere, people back home, either India, Pakistan, wherever they are in the world, the atmosphere here is incredible. It's noisy, the music, India and Pakistan are sitting together, ready to support their team, and that's the beauty of Indo-Pak game. You know, they sit together, they support their team, and in the end, they say well done to the team who won and bad luck the team who loses. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this phenomenal game today.
Sonny, I mentioned it earlier, but it seems like the players are actually relishing this moment and looking up at the crowd with smiles on their faces. Does that help calm the nerves a little bit ahead of such a big game? Almost the delay helps the psyche?
To a great extent, yes. To a great extent, it sort of, makes you feel, look, nothing is always in our hands. I mean, it's in the hands of, God Almighty. So the rains, for example, I mean, who would have thought on a day like this, when everybody expected it to be nice and clear, maybe not too hot, you have rains. So what it has done is, the rains again will make a little difference, will make a great difference, not a little, a great difference to what happens. The ball will swing in the air as well. I know the white ball doesn't swing as much, it will swing in the air. There will be a little more carry, a little more zip off the pitch. So, I mean, whatever you have been trying to think, this is what we, what the game is all about. But this little delay will maybe not give the players too much time to relax, maybe a little bit more to worry.
And we're seeing live pictures of the crowd there, but just before the captains are already out there in the middle, the toss not far away, and we have not lost any time or overs yet. That is the great news. When you look ahead and see the clouds, do you lick your lips? There's a quick
Sorry, I didn't hear you. The voice disappeared.
The clouds up above. Do you lick your lips as a quick?
Yeah, I know it's drizzling a bit, but they covered the pitch again a little bit. But I think umpires are ready, the captains are ready for toss, and look at the atmosphere here. It's just unbelievable. You have to be here to believe it. Indian, Pakistanis. I'm staying in a hotel with the Indian team is staying. There are about 400 Indian fans every day. Either we arrive at 12 at night or 7 in the morning. It's not fun for us as commentators, but in general, the Americans, the expats who live in here from India, Pakistan, they're just loving every second of it.
This was the match. This was the one that the moment the schedule came out, everyone didn't just pencil it into the diary, they penned it into the diary. June 9, 2024, Pakistan against India, match 19, Group A at Nassau County International Cricket Stadium. It doesn't get a lot bigger than this, Sonny, but head to head, these two teams, what is the key factor, do you think?
I think the key factor obviously at this stage is going to be the toss. Because the team that wins the toss is going to field first, and they'll certainly have the advantage. The ball might be a little bit wet because the outfield will be just a little bit wet, but the ball will do a lot more now under this cloud cover, and with the fact that there has been a little bit of rain before the covers came onto the surface.
And Sanibhai has a captain, because one team has to lose a toss.
Yes.
They have to bat. So we'll come back to this question again. The both teams should be ready to bat, and they should also know that we can lose a toss.
India up against Pakistan. The captains are ready. The rain has hopefully gone and will stay away. Ravi Shastri is out there in the middle. The great entertainer, Babar Azam and Rohit Sharma, all ready to go. This is India against Pakistan in New York. Let's go to the middle now.
We're in the Big Apple. It's New York City. It is Long Island. It is Nassau County. And coming up, box office, one of the biggest contests in all of sport. It's India versus Pakistan, and it's toss time. In the blue corner, ready to punch, Rohit Sharma. Ready to counter punch in the green corner, Babar Azam. And the match referee on a big day, David Boone. Rohit will spin the coin. What's it, David? Baba, you won the toss. What have you decided?
We have a ball first because of weather and a little bit moisture on the pitch.
जी तो टॉस हो चुका है और बाबर ने पहली बॉलिंग लेने का फैसला किया है, जिससे हमें पता नहीं चलता था। कंडीशन भी हुई शुरू करनी, अल्लाह का शुक्र है। सब यही दुआ कर रहे थे कि यार पहले टॉस तो जीत जाए, उसके बाद में देखना आगे। अब अल्लाह ताला की मदद भी आ चुकी है हमारे लिए। अब करना अब इन्होंने जितना ये कर सकते हैं, अल्लाह ताला ने तो टॉस तो हमें जितवा दिया कि हमें 50% मैच तो हम जीत गए। अगर तो जिस तरह की कंडीशन है, जिस तरह की पिच है, उस हिसाब से अगर हम चलें, कोई भंडा मारे, कोई उल्टा सीधा एक्स्ट्रा कुछ करने की कोशिश ना करें, सीधी लाइन पे बॉल करनी है जहाँ इनको पता है, कंडीशन इन्होंने देखी हुई है पिछले 3-4 मैचेस से, जहाँ हमको पिच कर रहे हैं बॉल, उस हिसाब से अगर ये करें तो अल्लाह ताला ने तो अपनी मदद दे दी है। अब बाकी हमारे ऊपर है कि हम उसको कैसे लेके चलते हैं। अल्लाह करे मैच जीत जाए। अब रोहित शर्मा आ रहे हैं, अब अपना इंटरव्यू देंगे कि किस हिसाब से वो देखते हैं उधर।
Yeah, I would have done that. Overcast. So tactics, do they change on the surface as a batting side?
Yeah, I mean, look, we have to assess as quickly as possible how the pitch plays and then try and get to a decent score.
The fact that you have played 2 matches here, one a practice match and one a game against Ireland, that will be a big help.
Yeah, it will help us obviously to assess what's the right score here. But we've played a few games here. We've tried to assess the conditions as better as possible. But obviously, it can be challenging up front. But we've spoken about what we need to do as a batting unit and try and get to a decent score, and then we've got the bowlers to come and defend that score.
Just seeing the other results in the group, it makes this contest very, very important even for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think every game is important. We can't come up just like that. You're playing the World Cup. It's important that you try and show pretty well because anything can happen. This is a very funny tournament.
And your combination for today's game?
Yeah, we're sticking to the same 11.
Have a good one, Rohit.
Thank you.
So there you go, the news from the center.